Hello folks, I'm Scrambler. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I just want to share with you what you need to know when getting started with Bloodborne. I made this video for beginners and those who gave it up at early stage. I hope you'll find something here to help you. There's something that I feel like you should know, so let's go ahead and get started. The red bar at the top left of the screen is your health bar. It is also called hit points. The green bar below the red bar is your stamina, and it's consumed by attacking, rolling, stepping, and dashing. The numbers at the top right of the screen are called blood echoes. Blood echoes are the experience points as well as money in this game. The number on the blood echoes is called insight. I'm gonna talk about it later in this video. You gain blood echoes from killing the enemies. You loot them all when you die. However, blood echoes are retrievable. Sometimes, if you die to an enemy, blood echoes will become a blood mark, and you can collect it when you come back to where you died. In another case, one of the enemies will hold blood echoes near the point of your death. If you don't find the blood mark, look for an enemy that has glowing purple eyes. Both cases, if you die again before you collect your blood echoes, they are gone forever. It means you have only one chance to get them back after you die. Blood Vial is a healing item in Bloodborne. It heals 40% of your hit points by pressing the triangle button. You can carry around up to 20 vials at a time, but this limit can be increased later by using certain item. If you collect more than 20 vials, they are automatically sent to your storage at Hunter's Dream, and you can store them up to 600 vials. Quicksilver bullets are mainly used for gun. You can carry around up to 20 bullets. When you press up on the D-pad, you can make up 5 temporary bullets by using 30% of your hit points. When you get back to Hunter's Dream, there's a spooky doll sitting there. It's very important in this game. It actually allows you to level up your stats when it comes to life. This abandoned doll wakes up when you gain at least 1 insight. By either reading a boss or consuming Madman's knowledge. This is kinda tricky part, but actually you don't need to beat up the boss. You could die right after reading the boss, because even if you die, you don't lose insight or items that you acquired beforehand. You can choose one weapon out of the 3 in the beginning of the game. I definitely recommend the Hunter Axe for beginners. The second choice will be the Soul Cleaver. This one is also good, although it's not as powerful as the Hunter Axe. The Threaded Cane is a cool weapon, but personally it's a bit hard to handle when it's transformed. Let's see the motion of the 3 weapons. This weapon is called Soul Cleaver. It transforms between a soul and an extended cleaver. It moves very fast and doesn't consume a lot of stamina. When you press R2, the weapon is brought back behind the character and brought from right to left in a slashing motion. And it's transformed when you press L1. Its normal side-to-side quick slashing motion converted into vertical slashing motion. When you press R2, the player slashes from right to left horizontally. This one is a Hunter X that transforms between a normal X and the Longshank X. The Hunter X has a great moveset. When you press R2, the character pulls the X behind him and bring down the X in a vertical strike that smashes into the ground. Firstly, a horizontal slash from right to left, and then downward vertical slash, then a thrust forward, followed by a horizontal slash from left to right. This downward vertical slash is very useful when you deal with enemies in a narrow path. If you are surrounded by a bunch of small enemies, you could use these wide sweeping attacks and sweep them off at once. This weapon is called Threaded Cane. It transforms between a cane and a nochi whip. The cane moves like a sword when you press R1 and it doesn't consume a lot of stamina. When you press R2, its normal side-to-side motion is converted into thrusting motion. When it's transformed, it becomes a nochi whip. When you press and hold down R2, the character widely steps forward and then whip it from side to side. You are able to carry one more weapon on your left hand, and you can choose between these two, either Hunter Pistol or Hunter Blunderbuss. Personally, I feel the Hunter Pistol is a little bit quicker than the Hunter Blunderbuss. If you choose the Hunter Blunderbuss, the spreading of the shot allows the player to hit multiple targets at the same time, but the guns are not primarily used for damage in the beginning. They are mainly used to stagger enemies, so I guess you can choose whichever you like. The guns are used in the left hand by pressing L2 in this game. I want to also introduce gun parry. Gun parry is one of the combat techniques in Bloodborne. Use your gun right before an enemy attacks you. If he is staggered, he will kneel on the ground, and then walk up to him as close as possible. And you can perform a visceral attack by tapping R1. Gun parry is always followed by a visceral attack. He starts to pull his arm back to attack and then tap L2. You need to be close enough to touch him and then tap R1. Let's see other examples. Gun parry is effective against especially gigantic enemies that have high hit points. In order to play through this game advantageously, you might want to master gun parry. Once you master gun parry technique, you can handle the whole game with ease. You can even parry this fluffy beast as well. You need to equip the weapons that you received from the messengers before taking off for Yanam City. First of all, press Option button on your controller. As you can see, there is a bunch of boxes here. In the second row from the top, there are 4 boxes. The 2 boxes on the left are for trick weapons for your right hand, and the other 2 boxes on the right are for guns or torch for your left hand. You can switch around what's in each hand by pressing left or right on the D-pad. Press X button to equip the weapon. You will see the red dot on the picture. This is a headstone that allows you to teleport over to the purple lamps. When you attack an enemy, it's better to lock onto it. Press R3 button to lock on and unlock. When it's locked on, a small white dot appears on the selected enemy, and you can hit the enemy accurately. When you encounter unknown enemies, keep some distance from them and let them attack you first. Meanwhile, you can watch and learn how they move. Each enemy has its own attacking patterns. This one tries to burn the player with his torch twice and attacks with his axe once. Now, it's time to strike him back. When you deal with dogs, I recommend using your guns, since they move around pretty fast. First, shoot at a dog and tip them over, and go for attack. Pebbles sound crappy, but actually they're a pretty useful tool, especially for beginners. First of all, you need to put the pebbles in your quick item box. Press the Option button and you see 6 boxes at the bottom. You might want to put consumable items that are used frequently. You can put things there up to 6. Select one of the boxes and press the X button. Select the item and press the X button. The bigger box under the green bar is for quick items that you've selected. You can switch around selected items by pressing down on the D-pad. When you use a quick item, press the square button. When you see a bunch of enemies, never run into the crowd. You could easily die in a few seconds. Try to deal with one enemy at a time. I'll show you how to do it. First of all, lock onto a target and throw a pebble at it by pressing the square button, and you can take it out easily. Then attack the enemies one by one. There are 3 ways to dodge enemies' attacks. First of all, rolling, by pressing the circle button. When an enemy tries to attack you, tilt the left stick in any direction and press circle button. When you lock onto a target, the rolling motion is converted into stepping motion. And you can step back and forth, side to side by using the left stick with the circle button. If you want to run faster, tilt the left stick forward and press and hold down the circle button. When you take damage, the orange indicator appears on the health bar. You can regain your hit points back if you strike back the enemies within a few seconds. Even if the enemy dies, if you continue to attack, you can still regain your hit points back. You can upgrade your weapons in this game. You need 3 bloodstone shards for the first upgrade. When you see purple lamps, make sure to turn them on. You can instantly travel between the headstone at Hunter's Dream and the purple lamps that you have previously turned on. Also, when you die, you restart from the last lamp that you have turned on. Let's look around Hunter's Dream. This is Buff Messenger's shop, where you can purchase some items with your blood echoes. This is your storage. And this is the workshop where you can upgrade and fix your weapons. This is Inside Messenger's shop. You can obtain some items with your insights. That's all for today. I've covered only the basic things about Bloodborne, but I guess you can survive at least the first 2 hours. I hope you found something here and you like this game. Thank you for watching and see you soon.